I often get the question of which pull-up progression is best, often citing one of the very many pull-up progressions that you will often see across the internet. And today we're going to chat about why this very question may be reflecting a problem and might actually be the reason why you haven't got your first pull-up yet. How you doing, Cali Crowd? Today we're talking about the king of all pulling exercises, the pull-up. More specifically though, the main problem with pull-up progressions and how to use them to achieve your pull-up potential. Coming back to our main question though of which pull-up progression is best, I actually have no real issue with this question, as there are no doubt that certain exercises can get us closer to our pull-up goal. My issue really comes around to the context in which the question is asked. What I mean by this is that people asking this question are often actually looking for that one pull-up progression that they aren't doing yet that will get them to their first pull-up. And this is completely understandable. The journey to learning to pull up can be incredibly frustrating, but it's important to understand that many of the various pull-up progressions are actually optimal for very different things, and they need to be used in conjunction with each other in order to get the best results. Take some of these common pull-up progressions, for example. With the scapular pull-up, this is a progression that is great for conditioning scapular positioning as well as grip strength. At the beginning of your pull-up journey, this may be as close to a pull-up as you can get. But if you only did scapular pull-ups all the time, your pull-up game would not improve. Similarly, pull-up negatives are another fantastic progression, but if you did these for high volumes on a regular basis, your shoulders would probably divorce your arms. This brings me on to the main point here, which is structure in your training, particularly when you're chasing aggressive or complex goals. Some of these pull-up progressions are better suited to developing global hypertrophy in the muscles we use to perform the pull-up. Some are better for building specific pull-up strength, and some are better for motor patterning and cementing the pull-up into your vocabulary of movement. This is essentially the crux of periodization, and if you want to find out more about what that means, you can definitely check out this video right here. But in the context of this video, what it means is being really focused and specific on what we want to achieve in the long term, in this case the pull-up, but in the medium term using the progressions that will get us to our long-term goal. For example, if your goal is to learn to pull up, you could spend 1 month working in the 10 to 12 rep ranges with bodyweight rows, scapular pull-ups, and pull-ups with a lot of support from a resistance band as your keystone progressions, followed by month 2 dedicated to training to build strength. Now we can reduce some of that reliance on a band and use a lighter one in conjunction with progressions such as pull-up negatives and perhaps jackknife pull-ups in the 3 to 5 rep range. And you can keep switching between these each month, upping the difficulty as you go until we get to that first pull-up. What I'm trying to stress here is that no single progression will make or break that pull-up success. That being said, attempting to do every single pull-up progression at once in one go will be equally counterproductive. By knowing what target we're aiming for and picking and adjusting the progressions best suited to the goal at hand, we can get to where we want to be. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about training towards the pull-up? Is there a progression that you guys swear by? Let me know down in the comment section below, and guys, I'll see you in the next one.